If you heard the president well and would interpret like myself, you would have heard the president actually saying, this is a time for us to ignore small things. There are just some things that we need to be more tolerant about, not because we like them, but because it's a critical distraction. There are distractions that we get ourselves entangled with unconsciously, and that distractions that have been calculatedly placed on our way. If we have the ability to identify them, and one way to identify them, or probably to be delivered from the evil that comes with them, is to overlook. Overlooking a situation really doesn't mean you're weak. A lot is happening in the Cameroons right now, and Amazonia needs to be positioned, like the president is calling, to take advantage of the situation. One of which is a video by Deodonne Essomba. He has been advising the Cameroonian government on the media for ages. Apparently, nobody in that institution seems to be listening. One of these advice is something of great interest, and right after that, we'll comment our conversation. Just listen to him. It's in French, but fortunately, we have some people here that will help us in interpreting and explaining and also illustrating how Amazonia can position themselves to take advantage in an eventuality that anarchy becomes the state of the situation. Stay tuned.
Et je peux vous annoncer que, je l'ai toujours dit, il n'est pas possible à une force camerounaise de contrôler le Cameroun unitaire si Biya disparaît aujourd'hui. Les tensions sont si importantes. Les ambitions collectives, les ambitions tribales, les ambitions communautaires, les ambitions politiques sont telles que le choix d'un président après Biya, va se faire à la maquette. Tout simplement parce que le régime actuel n'aura pas su se délester d'une bonne partie du pouvoir pour rendre son pouvoir moins attractif. Aujourd'hui, quand vous allez au Grand Nord, au Nord, vous allez à l'Est, vous allez au Centre, c'est tout le monde qui regarde le pouvoir d'État avec les yeux rouges. Ceux-ci disent, on vous avait le pouvoir, on vous a remis, remettez-nous le pouvoir. D'autres disent que le pouvoir étant chez nous, il ne part pas. D'autres disent que vous avez déjà assez mangé. Et vous ne pouvez pas, vous-même, quand vous êtes un peuple lucide, quand vous êtes une élite lucide, laisser prospérer un tel volcan. Je ne sais donc pas pourquoi le RDPC n'arrive pas à comprendre la dangerosité même.
Good evening, Barrister Fro. Good evening, Barrister Mbesia. Thank you both for connecting. I want to believe you can hear me. There was no better for us to have commenced this discussion. I'd like to remind those who are watching us, the president is inviting stakeholders for a pre-planning mobilization towards next Saturday. If you are not yet logged into this Zoom, please endeavor to do so as you watch this program. We are also streaming there and will be interrupted as soon as they are ready to begin. But we have a lot to talk about this evening, Barrister Fro, Barrister Tim Bisea, one of which would be how Amazonia can position themselves ahead of the unfoldings in the Cameroons with the colonial administration. You heard Deodonne Essomba there. What do you have to say? Let me begin with you, Barrister Fro. Please talk to us.
Yes, Essomba is one who has been championing this issue of federation. And so I don't just like listening to him. He says good things and ends upset talking about federation. On what basis? If he knows the history of the Southern Cameroons and Amazonia, he should not be trying to ram down this issue of federation. Well, he's talking in the dungeon of La République du Cameroun, so I will not blame it on him. But what is happening in La République of Cameroon is an opportunity for us to make certain, very tough decisions, and with huge amounts, get the necessary equipment so that we can position ourselves in such a way that we will now just move into transition without them. I don't want to get into the what we need to do, but it's there are security reasons why I will not say anything of that nature. But like the president says, events are happening, and we need to act and act fast. That's all I will say.
I cannot agree any less. But that's why there is so how important is this whole this clarion call of the president, because this should be one of the things that's happening. Amazonia has to be ready, and perhaps some
Yes,
are still not understanding the importance of that, which is what the leadership is factoring out, in addition to other things, really good things that are happening at the background. So, how important is this call of the
yes,
president? Is something we need to talk on a little bit more before we move forward.
yeah. The key word, Paddy, is transition. The transition operations. That's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It needs a lot of resources. So the president is calling on all of us, all of us, at least $1,000 each. I don't know whether it will be enough, but like we say, there will be other sources to supplement what we ourselves will start with. It's a very important period for us. It is very, very important, and because if you want to know, Paddy, the transition in La République de Cameroon is not going to be easy. We don't want to be caught in that mess, and we don't want it to overflow into our territory. So we need to work and work very hard and very fast. There are so many things that we will know that we will not want to talk on the air, but that is all I can say for now. I'm sorry.